but he said, "Oh, what if it's a $10,000 prize pool, or are you going to pay me $10,000 to cast it?" Either one of those, yeah, I'd probably be happy to, depending on how much work it is and how it works out. But if you were actually serious about that, oh shit, we got Tesla. All right, let's play a real tight game, guys. If you're actually serious about that, just remember to shoot me an email. Turns out Twitch chat's not the best place for that. If you want to give me $10,000 though, you can totally click that donate button below and not even get anything other than my immense gratitude in return. The dream is people just donating $10,000 on a daily basis because they like StarCraft content that much. Make my dreams a reality, please. Prize pool drops in 2021 because they hired Tasteless for solo casting the whole circuit. Is it true? That is true, actually. Yeah, that's been confirmed.
That must be awkward.
I'm doing a different proxy location this time. We're going to do it where that guy did the Stargate, just over there. Just so I'm not too predictable, since I'm sure I've proxy roboed versus Rob before. It is the Australian server, so I got a big ping advantage. Some players would back down, but I've been known to never back down from a fight, guys. So I'm not gonna start now. We won't back down from the fight. Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
I am here.
Your helpless probes are in distress.
I am here in the shadows.
Ah.
We are one. I am the voice. You require code. I am the heart. You require me. I am here in the shadows. We are one. I return to serve.
Well, he was... yeah. Phoenix is pretty good versus this, guys. Don't know if you guys know that.
I am the voice of the eclipse.
Your research is finished. Go cause trouble.
State thy bidding. Cold is the void. You require. We are one. We are one. Shadows. I am here in the shadows. State. I am the heart of darkness. For the reckoning.
You underestimate my pig-headedness.
We move, state thy bidding. I am the voice, cold. State thy bidding. State thy. I am here in the shadows.
Let's hope he doesn't squeeze an Oracle out ever, because I can't afford a shield battery. His Phoenix count is scary right now.
In the shadows, I am the...
Pylons under attack.
I am here in the shadows. Adunala. I am the state. Cold, you're cold. I am the heart of state.
Your base is under assault.
You require my skills. Intriguing. We are cold. I am the...
You've mined a whole cluster.
Very well. Cold is the void. I am here in the shadows. State bidding.
Your base is under threat.
I am the voice. I am here in the shadows. Very well. You require.
Research is done. Now go make it worthwhile.
I am the heart of darkness.
We don't have enough units.
I am here in the shadows. Cold is the void. You require my skill. I am here in the shadows. I am the voice. Cold is the real. I am here in the shadows.
Mineral fields depleted.
I am the heart. I am here in the shadows.
Do you think disruptors? What do you guys think?
I am here in the shadows. State. You cold is the void. I am here in the shadows.
Probably just immortals then, eh?
I am here in the shadows. State thy bidding. We move unseen. You require my state. We are one with the shadows. I am the heart of darkness. You require my state. I am the voice of the Empress. Very wide. For the my life for hire. I am the voice of
A mineral field is gone.
Oh dear.
I am. You require my skill. Cold is the void.
No forge. Forge is for wimps.
We are focused. We are one with the shadows. The merging is complete. Castle de Temple.
Research is done. Now go make it worthwhile.
My life for hire. The merging is complete. Cold is you. Stay
Those probes are hurt.
And they can't fight back.
intriguing. I am the voice.
Do you guys think he's going disruptors or?
Very well.
That must be awkward though, like when the first time you're naked with a woman, she's like, what, you have 2 belly buttons?
Enemies are shooting up your probes.
Pow!
We seek enlightenment, Tasso. I am the heart. We
Your helpless probes are in distress.
I am the voice of the eclipse. I am my charge. State thy will. Very well. I am the voice of the eclipse. Cold. Command. We are one. I am the voice of the eclipse. For the reckoning, you require my... We state that you require...
Enemies are shooting up your probes.
Our enemy know our fury.
Those probes are hurting.
And they can't fight back.
I am the voice of the eclipse. State, I am the voice.
Your helpless probes are in distress.
Probes are hurting.
And they can't fight back.
A mineral field is gone.
Oh dear.
We shall stand. We, I am
Mineral fields depleted. They're all out of gear. We've mined a whole cluster.
Not
Got him.
enough of it now.
He's got really good defensive micro here. Trying to hang on as long as he can, but
One.
woo, managed to do it there.
And you have some competition.
Damn.
Great.
Yeah, I guess he just overextended over here. Recalled the Immortal, brought it back out. I warped in Stalkers at the base, which was very ballsy, and he accidentally threw away an Adept and got a little bit split up with his units. And, I mean, it was a fucking crazy game. That was insane. Like, so, because we got this little skirmish going on over here, and I'm like, nah, I'm just going to commit to it. You can't get rid of this. And he's just pumping Phoenix. Let's check. Was that a reactive Stargate? I assume it was, because I put my Robo down and he saw it immediately. So if we go to like 205, 207, whatever it was when that Robo went down, he's just like, okay, I'll put a Stargate down a few seconds later. And yeah, 2 Adepts into Phoenix, Stalkers. So we target his probe. And we had some nice damage done on the Adepts. But the first Phoenix is such a power spike because it can just pick up the Immortal. So this goes really bad. He focuses down a Stalker. I have to recall that Immortal or it's just going to, you know, get focused down. And then I'm like, you know what? Bring it back out immediately. Stalkers, try to pick at his Stalkers. He does pick off another. But he's only got so many lifts. So I was like, you know what? Like, maybe. I've got 3 gateways still producing because he's chasing my units. He hasn't depowered them. And then he kind of lets his Adepts get focused down there. And even though he gets another Stalker with yet another lift, we get, you know, a Stalker and Adept. And my army's like half decent. I did feel like I'd lost after I pushed in here. I'm trying to go Blink, and I'm like, oh yeah, we can, you know, do some damage here. And he's like, no, I have Zealots. Like, Zealots are so good with Phoenix because they absorb so much damage. We damage his Phoenix a lot, but then, you know, he just keeps making these Zealots, which just absorb a lot. And anytime he lifts up units, I've got to kind of stand and fight. I did a good job of trying to wriggle past here. I guess we kill a few Phoenix here, right? But at the end of it, I'm up 2 workers with Blink started. He's on 4 Phoenix. Oh man, like this is pretty bad. I guess because he doesn't have an expansion? I mean, I should be dead though, surely. And the Observer was very helpful. That was a nice move. Try to get a little bit of damage done. He starts his own Nexus back here in a second. I do get a Phoenix, so a bit sloppy of him, losing a Phoenix to my Stalkers like that. And I guess I do start the Nexus here. And then I see his big army and I get the fuck out of there. He jumps on me and ruins this army. How do I win this game? Am I a wizard, guys? Like, this fight was pretty awful for me. I guess he was out of Phoenix lifts, wasn't he? And this micro was really bad. I was like, what the fuck do I even shoot in this? Do I shoot the Phoenix? Do I shoot the Stalkers? I think the Stalkers probably. But you know what? At the end of it, I'm up 2 probes. He's only got 3 Phoenix. These weird, sloppy trades actually kind of end up half okay. This was a crazy game, guys. This was weird. Weird game. I definitely feel like I was behind. Those Phoenix is such a good resource, but I guess I kept enough pressure up that the Phoenix felt like they had to stay at home just to stop from dying, right? And then I just had like Blink Stalkers, and I was thinking of doing a big timing, but he got my Observer, and I was like, you know what? I probably can't break him. You know, he's gonna respect that. So let's probe a bit harder. And I was already up 5 probes, remember. He hasn't probed that much. And then I go, okay, double gas, Templar Archives charge. I'm like, okay, let's just go, you know, since I was going 5-gate Blink there, let's go 5-gate charge that Archon instead. And then I'm kind of like, let's also go for a 3rd base, because why not? You know, try to get some probes on that 3rd. It gives me a lot of flexibility. I don't need to just commit to killing him. If he's getting upgrades and disruptors, I can saturate the 3rd base rather than headbutting. But Charged Archon, obviously a very powerful composition, right? So he's kind of trying to catch up on the Stalkers and stuff, but yeah. Worked out okay. Now remember, I have no Robo. I have no detection at all and no ability to build detection. I also have no Oracle defense, no shield battery. So I felt like I was more behind than I was here. I actually thought I was down on probes. I just assumed I would be after the way those fights went. So in hindsight, I probably could have rebuilt my Robo, got a Prism, that sort of stuff. But I felt like I needed to desperately just make some shit happen. So I was like, all right, let's just hope DTs don't come. Hope that an Oracle doesn't arrive. Phoenix arrive. Sent his Phoenix around the edge of the map, which was a really good move. Picks off a lot of probes, but I kind of just replenish them. He does see my Stalkers coming. He goes back in the main. The Archons do some good damage there. They do get one of them. Yeah, I reprobe it though pretty quickly. He's getting +1. So he did end up with +1. But yeah, I mean, having this big Blink Stalker force kept kiting him. And just Archons and Zealots get picked off. So I was like, set up the Concave, try and bait him into it with my Blink Stalkers. I mean, he did end up splitting some Zealots across, which was nice. The Phoenix kept being annoying, kept picking off probes. Because he was on 2 base versus my 3, I kind of felt I didn't need to overcommit here. So even though this was a very stressful moment in the game, you know, he was like, oh, I can't fight into that big Concave. Especially with me having such a big Archon advantage. Like, I might have even been able to just jump on him there. But it's scary because anytime you attack, your units clump up, those Archons do big splash. So notice he kept pulling back into choke points, trying to get my Zealots and my Archons to clump up and just get destroyed because he's got more Immortals. So he's got this big firing arc, longer range damage output, not as many Archons, not as many Zealots probably either. So yeah, I should have built more pylons here sooner, but I think these Stalkers did a pretty decent job, right? I got the Prism there. Just trying to pull that Archon back, it takes a lot of damage. I do lose 2 Stalkers finally there. A couple of Zealots make their way across the map, which obviously do some big damage. But I'm at 43 versus 36. Look at that misclick. I was very lucky he pulled back there. I would have lost like 3 or 4 Stalkers. So we pull these probes in with these Zealots to clear up that backstab. I think about headbutting, and I think I do end up just going for it, don't I? Yeah, he just doesn't have as many Archons as me. And even though it got a bit awkward, these Stalkers were fun. I was like, dude, I got to try and distract him from this choke point. So these Stalkers just did their little ring around the rosy, trying to be annoying. And it kind of allowed me to pull here. And now he's suddenly trapped back there. Even though he's got good firing power, if he wants to come out, he's kind of got to come into my arc. So I can kind of pull back to here, 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 which I'm doing. And his units have to funnel into me suddenly. So there's some nice moments here where things looked quite good. And even though his Phoenix is still doing damage, he's down to 27 probes. I'm up on 36 still. He's got +1, and those Immortals are definitely dealing a lot of damage. But my Stalkers have some good ranged firepower as well, so it actually worked out okay. Damn. I'm so proud of myself, guys. We beat Rob. Rob's awesome. I have a lot of respect for Tesla/Rob. He's a very wild player, so he's definitely not one of these pros where I'm like, oh, he's just so much better than me at the standard game. I can't beat it. He's one where I found, last time I played him, I actually got ahead in a similar scenario, and I ended up throwing that game by trying to go Tempests and Carriers on 2.5 bases. I don't know if any of you remember that. I think I put it on YouTube. I built like 4 Tempests. I remember seeing the YouTube comments. They're like, oh, you fucking idiot. Why'd you build Tempests? Oh, you fucking moron and shit. And I was like, wow. The guy in Silver League and on the YouTube comment section. Like, this is why people don't post losses. They're like, you're so fucking stupid. I'm like, I know. I spent the last few minutes of that game talking about how dumb the decision was. But anyways, we beat it. That was good, guys. That was a good PvP. Proxy Robo. Such a strong build.